Long time no cooking vlog. Lately I've been craving for spaghetti. I know you'll be like, spaghetti is so simple to cook, but to get people when no sabi cook am o. Of course I'm not in that category. Thing first is to wash my pot. I have to parboil the hot water before putting my spaghetti. My mommy was asking me what am I cooking and I said spaghetti. She said no, that is chicken's food. And I told her that when she tastes this spaghetti she will give glory to God. It's now time for me to set my firewood and on it. So I'm using my kerosene and lighter to on this firewood. And I remember as a good girl I have a leftover food I'm going to warm, so that's what I will warm first before parboiling the hot water for the spag. And I remember that I'm going to pound my crayfish, and I said let me set the fire first before I now start pounding the crayfish. While I'm pounding my crayfish, I'm going to use my two hands to pound it very well so that it will be as if it's engine that crowned it. Of course you know that I'm a zillion. Of course you will not understand the origin of this zillion, because why not call me your wife material if not zillion? It's not time for me to start parboiling my spaghetti. I have to wait for the hot water to boil first before I now start putting my spaghetti. In as much as we are doing fast movement, we still have to do it with sense. Tell me how you use cold water to be cooking spaghetti. It's not possible, my dear. You have to parboil, then you put your spag. At this point, I now remember that I need to chop my onions. That's what I'm doing, but the baby girl was still crying. But zillion, yeah, don't cry. The reason why you have to wait for your hot water to boil first before start putting your spaghetti is for you not calling your ancestors, because they will not assist you in this. At this point, and I said, let me check if my hot water is ready. And Tara is ready, so I have to break my spaghetti very well, because why I'm breaking it into pieces is because my mom is eating it. She don't like it long, and obviously she have to taste the spaghetti. If it's just me that is eating this spaghetti alone, I'm not going to break it this way. I will just put it inside like a Gen Z. At this point, I have to cover my pot and wait for a minute for the spaghetti to boil. Then I will now start preparing my sauce. At this point, you don't need to add any water in your spaghetti so that the taste will be there. I don't know why I will tell you this thing over and over again, because it's just the sauce you need, and you add your spaghetti and Tara, the food is ready. It's time for me to filter the spaghetti, so now I'm bringing it down so that I can remove the water. Then I will start preparing the sauce that I'm going to use to cook the spag. Spaghetti is still strong, so I have to still leave it inside the hot water, but I'm going to turn it so that I can use the pot to do what I'm going to do. Still tell me if this girl is not a zillion yard for you. This one, you don't even need to call your ancestors to assist you in cooking spaghetti, because it's so simple and easy to cook. If you know how to cook, that's why your mouth will be running. But tell me if you don't know how to cook, you hide yourself. Now it's time for me to start cooking the spaghetti. I have to pour small oil in it. You like frying your crayfish, because I love frying my crayfish so that I will be perceiving the smell. Next thing to add is my onion. At this point I say let me put it kikraba, if you know that, because I don't know it in English. It's very difficult to cook with firewood, especially when your firewood is not dry very well. I have to put my onion, and I remember that I've not put the crayfish, and I said let me just put it so that everything will just be going slowly. Put the tomato inside. Then I have to wait for the tin tomato to dry first so that it will not be tasting fresh. I don't need that in my spag. I'm done cooking this sauce and my spaghetti is ready, but let's still continue in the cooking process. Remember that I've not put pepper. Do you know when you would not put pepper in your food? I don't know how it feels, but we don't eat a lot of pepper in our house. I still have to put small inside. Reason you will not just call this girl a good chef, because why not? I was very careful in putting pepper in my food, because in my house we don't eat a lot of pepper. It's just small. If they ask you did you put pepper, you will just say yes, because you will not go test that. At this point I have to pour my spaghetti inside. Then I don't have to put any water inside. I will just keep on turning till I get the last result of it. And Tara, my spaghetti is ready. Tell me why this spaghetti will not have taste. Just tell me. In as much as there is no protein inside, but I have to cover it, then wait for the spaghetti to cook small before I will now bring it down. And Tara, my food is ready. I have to also put hot water for my mom, and look at the spaghetti giving me joy. Tell me why I will not be happy eating this spaghetti, because the spaghetti is so delicious. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for following me. Thank you for watching my video to the end. Obviously, you know after cooking you will be the one to share it, and let me go and share this food for my people. Thank you. Bye.